Hey Odoo users. Today I just want to show you a quick tip of a new functionality that was added in Odoo version 17. Odoo added the ability for customers to now prepay electronically for their orders. And so they can either fully pay or partially pay with a down payment. And so there's two methods. You can generate a link, which you can then send that link to that customer and they can then pay for that order. Or they can view the quotation that's sent to them, and then they can pay directly in that quotation area. So I just want to show you the setup of this application. We're in the settings menu under the sales area, and we can see this online payment field. We're going to make sure that this is enabled in order for this functionality to work. And we're going to want to add a value under the prepayment amount field. Right now we have 50% added right here. So this will require users to pay for a 50% deposit before the sales order is confirmed. You can change that to any amount that you would like, perhaps 100% to require for users to fully prepay for their order before it's confirmed. We also have this payment providers link, which will take you to the internal view of all your payment providers. And so in the case of this demo, I have Stripe set up in test mode so I can show you the payment or the purchasing process in action. So that's everything you'll need in order to set this functionality up. It's very simple. So now we can go to the sales app and we'll create a new sales order. We'll add a customer as well as a product. And then we want to make sure that there is a quantity set as well as a price. And before you confirm the order, or before it is confirmed, you're going to see here under the Other Info tab the same fields related to this functionality that were present on the settings application. So those selections that are made in the settings are also propagated to the sales order, which also gives you the flexibility to adjust any of these parameters on the fly. So perhaps for a particular customer, you don't want the online payment functionality available. You can uncheck that, or you can change the prepayment amount percentage directly on this field on the sales order. So you just want to make sure that that's set before before the sales order is confirmed. Otherwise, you won't be able to change it after the sales order is confirmed. So everything we need is set up. And so we can see here in the settings wheel, we have the generate a payment link, which you can then generate that link and then just directly send it to the customer. We can also preview this sales order quotation, and this gives us a view of exactly what it would look like for the customer to view this quotation. We have the accept and pay buttons in two different areas. Once we select this, we have a really nice breakdown of two options to the customer. We have the down payment option of the 50% that we noted in the settings, as well as the full amount. In this case, we're going to pay our 50% down payment, and then I'll enter in my card credentials so that we can see how it looks once it's processed. Okay, so that's all of my details entered. We can go ahead and pay. And so our payment has now been processed. And so now we can go back to the sales order and continue with the flow. So previously it was in the quotation status. And now that the customer paid for the required deposit, it is now confirmed and in the sales order status. So we can go ahead and continue with the delivery. I'm going to go ahead and validate this delivery order. And so now we have the ability to invoice this order. We can create an invoice, create our regular invoice. And so we can now confirm. Once we confirm it, we can see this partial note that's listed right here because it was partially paid, and that payment is automatically connected to this invoice. So there's no other further action. We can also see the payment transaction, which takes us to this confirmed payment that was made. And then we can also go back to that same invoice. To finalize this invoice, We can also register the payment for the remainder amount, which will be automatically selected for you, and then you can just select the journal of your choice. And then we went ahead and created payment, and that payment is now posted, and the process is now completed. So that's it for the flow for prepayments in version 17. Thank you for watching, and if you have any questions regarding this functionality or any questions with Odoo in general, we'd be happy to help you. And you can also access all of that information in the description below.